Good morning. It's the 27th of December. I'm Millie, and this is your Daily Outlook. Today sees markets around the world restart full trading after Christmas and Boxing Day holidays. The trading yesterday was no match for the Japanese yen, managing to continue its devastation as the new Prime Minister, Shinzo Abe, took office. Mr. Abe has promised to force aggressive monetary easing by the Bank of Japan, fight deflation, and weaken the currency to make Japanese exports more competitive. Economists expect the depreciation of the yen to continue into 2013. Any further weakness this week may put the yen on track to a record drop of more than 10% in 2012, the biggest yearly fall since 2005. The dollar-yen recorded a 27-month high at 85.90 with 86 and 86.30 very possible targets before the turn of the year. The euro-yen also managed to record a 16-month high of 113.70. The milestone level of 114 remains in sight. The euro strengthened against the US dollar by 0.36% yesterday to close at 132.27. The high of 132.55 has already been exceeded today as the range between 131.85 and 133.00 continues. Gold moves remain muted as the fiscal cliff deadline moves closer. 1660 and 1665 remain as the key resistance and support levels respectively. Oil traded near the highest level in 2 months at 91.30 as the United Arab Emirates said that it arrested members of a terror cell that were planning attacks on crude exporting nations. And now let's have a look at what the currencies are doing this morning. The euro has a pivot at 132.20 with a preference to go long above that level. The dollar-yen's pivot is 85.30 with a preference to go long above 85.30. The Aussie's pivot is 103.90 with a preference to sell below 103.90. The sterling's pivot is 161.70 with a preference to sell below 161.70. The dollar CAD's pivot is 99.05 with a preference to go long above 99.05. And moving on to commodities and indices now. The oil has a pivot at 89.35 with a preference to go long above 89.35. Gold's pivot is 16.52 with a preference to buy above 15.62. The silver's pivot is 29.80 with a preference to go long above 29.80. The US 500's pivot is 14.28 with a preference to sell below 14.28. The UK 100's pivot is 58.41 with a preference to go long above 58.41. And of course, for more up-to-date information, please visit www.easy-forex.com. And watch out for these market movers. In the US, we have the initial jobless claims with a slight fall to 360,000 and new home sales with an increase to 378,000. Now let's look at today's pair to watch out for. It's the sterling against the Canadian dollar. As wrapping paper and decorations are put in the cupboard for another year, Great Britain and Canada both observed the Boxing Day bank holiday yesterday whilst their currencies resumed trading. The Great British Pound found some strength versus the Canadian dollar to end the day 0.21% higher. The pair started Boxing Day under the all-important 1.60 mark, psychological barrier at 159.95, reaching a high of 160.55 and slowly stabilizing at the 160.20 mark. For sterling strength, the levels to watch are 160.75, 161, and 161.83, which is the November 1st, 2012 high. A fall back below the 160 level may lead the way back to 159.30 and allow the Canadian dollar to continue the celebrations of some long-needed strength into the new year. Thanks for joining us for the Daily Outlook. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I'm Millie from the Easy Forex Dealing Room. Have a great day.
Not only have you found a great place for Forex news, you found a great place to trade it. Registration is easy. Just click Join Now. Membership has its unique benefits, such as the freeze rate, the trade simulator, the inside viewer, and personal dealers. Your personal account manager waiting for you now.